Rapids. We have a big crowd here with us. We have some exciting things. We have Special Olympics. We have the Warren County Middle School basketball team. We have the Pinerettes. And, of course, we have our Boyd High School girls basketball as well. So stay tuned for a jam-packed show. We're so excited. But first, we're here with Special Olympics, the Pioneers. How are y'all feeling today?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So we have Coach Lori DeArmond, Coach Rico, and then we have player Evan. It's just going good. I got to go to their practice a couple of days ago, and they are working hard. Tell us what we have coming up.
So, what do we have coming up next week? Friday and Saturday. Going down to a state tournament next week.
The state tournament.
For that.
Yeah. So we're really excited for the state tournament for these guys. Just tell me how you guys have prepared, how you've been practicing, and just what it means to go to the state tournament.
Good. So we've been practicing since November, about like every other, basketball team. Yeah. And then we played in the Area 9 basketball tournament. We actually hosted that at the high school here in town. And our area is composed of 13 counties of the Upper Cumberland. And we actually play unified. So we have people of all ability levels on our team. And when we go to state tournament, the same as at our high school, we play against other equally skilled teams so that it's just good competition.
And Rico, you worked them hard. At practice, you were running them up and down. We were blowing the whistle. Tell me what it means to work these athletes hard and to push them every day at practice.
It's always a joy to be able to teach them something and see them, go out there in the game and do it. And working hard and never complaining. They just go out there and they do it. And we really appreciate all the effort they give us when we're out there.
Evan, he is high energy. If you see him, he's running up and down the court. He is a big hot man. Evan, how does it feel to be worked at practice too? How does practice feel?
That's pretty good. Tonight, go coffee. Go Franklin tonight. Win the night.
You're going to Franklin with high school, but we're talking about our practices right now.
It's doing really good. It's me.
Do you get tired from Rico? Does he wear you out?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were doing push-ups You were doing push-ups the other day. Why were you doing push-ups?
It feels good. I do.
Push-ups feel good.
Feels good. So strong.
Yes. So y'all got to go to Washington. That is something major.
That's the big one there.
That is the big one. We are so proud of you guys. So tell us what you did in Washington.
So when we went to Washington, D.C., we actually went to Capitol Hill Day to advocate for our government to continue to fund Special Olympics through Unified Champion Schools and the Healthy Athletes Program. So in Tennessee, we have 200 Unified Champion Schools. And these are schools that have made a commitment to be fully inclusive. Just like at our high school, we host, we host tournaments at our school for Special Olympics. We have pep rallies and lots of events where we include everyone, and which is how we got that. And the Department of Ed actually puts quite a bit of money into that because we just inclusive is just best. And then on the Healthy Athletes side, that is a program that starts at age 2 and doesn't stop.
So it's a lifelong thing.
It's a lifelong thing, and it is a lot about, and it's actually funded through CDC, but there's a lot of initiative with that to provide preventative care for our athletes, because a lot of times my athletes don't have the same services, the same quality of care.
Just being able to move their body, just being able to get active every day, like anybody needs to.
Right.
Love that. And so we were talking about, you saw Evan develop through Washington. Tell me about how you've seen him develop as an athlete, as a person, just everything.
You are kind of the hype guy. So when Evan came to us as a freshman, Evan was super shy, didn't want to talk to anybody. And through him being included and being on the basketball team as a manager and things like that, it's given him confidence. And through Special Olympics, going to state events, spending the night away from home, all of that. And when we went to Washington, D.C., Evan wrote a speech that he gave to lawmakers when we met with them. We met with, we had 11 meetings over the course of 2 days where Evan shared his story. And part of that is, Evan, what do you want to do? What has Special Olympics helped you do?
Be smart.
It has helped you be smart. But
What do you want to do? Next year, you're going to be a senior. And what do you want to do?
So, what I'm doing, I'm saying next.
You want to, do you want to graduate?
Graduate.
And then what do you want to do?
Go down this morning and hang out.
Not big.
Speak up, I can't know what it's called.
After you graduate, what do you want to do?
Well, my own.
Live on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he, and before he wasn't talking about long-term goals, but going and making him aware of that people set those long-term goals and people work and things like that. Evan's got a great support system at home.
Yes.
And so but that's kind of what that was in a nutshell.
Yeah. Rico, how have you seen these players develop throughout just even the short amount of time from November?
Well, starting in the beginning, you could see a lot of nervousness. And as we've gone along, you could see the confidence building. And they were asking me, can we have more practices? And, and wanting to be out there more and more. And we just appreciated everything that they accomplish out there.
Yeah. So I got to do interviews with them, and a lot of them were nervous for the state tournament, but they were more excited than nervous, which is typical. Tell me how y'all guys are feeling to go out and do it.
Pretty excited. I love to go watch. We love to go see our friends because when we go to various state tournaments, we kind of see the same people.
Yeah.
So.
And tell me about that commitment. We were talking off camera, but tell everyone about the commitment that these guys have made. What can come next after the state tournament?
So this year is a qualifying year for the National Special Olympics.
Yeah.
So if we place first or second in state tournament next weekend, then we could possibly get to go play and represent Tennessee as Team Tennessee in June of 2026 in Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Yep. Yeah. Evan, how does that feel to do that?
It feels good. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing to do that. Pretty good. Feels good. Pretty cool.
So would you be excited to play for Team Tennessee? It'd be bigger than the Pioneers.
Yes, Pioneers.
Yep.
About that, we played today and buzz off today, and it's just, I don't know why.
Hey, stay on topic.
I'm talking now. I'm from high school. You know that. Mm-hmm. It's just boys are good, but
don't forget you're defending your state championship.
We're friendship right now.
We are, because last year at state we got first place, didn't we?
Oh, wow.
We got second place.
No, we got first place last year. The year before that we got fourth.
Fourth place.
So
you worked your way up.
We
were rating
we're working quite hard tonight, so
working. We're gonna play hard next weekend, right?
Next weekend, play hard next weekend.
Yes. So we're so excited for you guys. Now, Evan, I want to talk about you getting to play with the high school team. You are going out tonight. How does it feel to play?
Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. What did I like? Franklin County. Franklin.
Yep.
It's Franklin. With us.
What do we got to do?
Defense.
Yes, y'all have to play defense. How has Special Olympics helped playing with the Pioneers?
It feels.
And Coach Fish.
Coach Fish is my coach. You know that. It's good. Boys played good. Last Friday?
Boys played good last Friday?
Last Friday.
Okay.
Good. So it just kind of helped me be better. Team them. I said, listen, might go get them beat. So nothing's hard.
So right.
Has Special Olympics helped you be a better teammate for the Pioneers and for those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys did good. So, him about that. Fish is just. How get me started. So our boys win. Lose games. We win games. So
yes.
All right. Let's go hard tomorrow. Go hard tonight.
But you're going to be state champs for Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we win.
You going to rub it in a little bit?
Well, we get beans tonight and see what's going on.
See what's going on.
So anything else you want to add? Tell Warren County. Tell us. I know we talked about opening ceremony. Tell everyone where we can watch you. Where at what time?
So next Friday, we will have opening ceremonies at 2 p.m. at Allen Arena on the David Lipscomb campus. And then this year, I actually got an email after I talked to you the other day. They are doing away with screening games. And so our tournament will actually start at 4 p.m. on Friday. I don't know what time we will play, Friday or Saturday. But there's no cost if anybody wants to make that short trip to Lipscomb to come find us and watch and support these guys. I know that they would appreciate it.
Yeah.
I am part of that too, and it's just
you're going to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So like my coach was saying about that, and it just gets so aggravated with them boys and captain. He said we're gonna have that.
Yeah.
We have the gas tonight, so.
Yeah.
Rico, how are you feeling about it? What do you want the Warren County community to know? What do you want the Sparta community to know?
If they get the opportunity to come out and support, we're excited about going up there and having the opportunity to play. We would love to see, familiar faces up there. We have a lot of friends that we've met up there.
Yeah.
And it's an experience that you would have to actually go up there because it's something that the energy is just something you can't even.
I can only imagine. Just with Evan himself and coming to practice, it made me want to go. So I'm excited for you guys.
And tonight, it's just going to be done.
Come jump in. I'll haul you too.
Yes, we can go. So, anything else? We're so glad you're here.
The only thing we've got, the next thing for Special Olympics, we have publicly announced our bid for the 2030. Nashville is one of the 2 finalist cities for the 2030 National Special Olympics. Bid committee's been in Nashville this last week, looking at facilities and all of that. So we should find out in April if Tennessee gets to host that.
When
we get to host that, we might be reaching out for some volunteers.
Of course, volunteers always needed. So let's break it down, Evan.
All right, Ev.
Special Olympics on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Special Olympics.
Thank you, guys.
We have come together, my traditional athletes with my peer buddies. We've come together to be one team. It's not anybody helping anybody else. We are one team when we get on this court. This court has helped build relationships in my building. This court has helped build relationships in the classrooms, in the cafeteria, in the hallways, and all of those things. And as well as anyone else, relationships are what this life is about.
Warren County Special Olympics is truly a unified team on and off the court. Being able to play the game of basketball is not only about getting the highest score and winning, but about creating opportunities and learning lifelong lessons.
I need to support my teammates.
Yep.
And yeah.
And when you cheer your teammates on.
It feels fun.
Yeah.
Fun like you want to do the high school. So I do.
We are learning lots of teamwork. Yeah. We are learning lots about commitment. Okay. We are learning a lot about social behaviors, how to behave in public, how to be a good teammate, how we don't make fun of others. Just so many things, being an inclusive group. So these events give my students opportunities that they just don't have.
Yeah.
People don't think about spending the night away from home, spending the night with a friend, but a lot of my students don't have that opportunity. But through Special Olympics, through Unified Sports and state games, we get to do that. We stay in hotels when we go to Gatlinburg. We stay in dorms when we go to summer games.
So cool.
And it's the sleepover that they didn't get to have back home sometimes and things like that. And it also gives them a chance to be equal with others.
Yeah.
One opportunity that this Warren County team is getting to experience is the Special Olympics basketball state tournament next week. Players Preston, Jake, and Evan, along with Coach Lori DeArmond, give their feelings for this experience.
I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah. But are you excited?
Yeah.
You think there's going to be like some hard competition?
Yeah.
But how do you feel getting to go out there with your teammates and getting to compete for the Pioneers?
Happy.
Happy?
Very happy.
What is
I'm excited for the state tournament.
So you have the state tournament coming up next week. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
Excited for that. It's good. We'll finish really good next week and going to national. Yes, just feeling excited for that one.
Little nervous.
Yes.
More excited than nervous.
Yeah.
So we have a great group. We competed well in our area games a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So which got us, to where we can go to state tournament next weekend, Friday, March the 7th. Opening ceremonies are at 2 p.m. at Allen Arena, which is on the David Lipscomb University campus.
Yeah.
And that's open to the public. There's no charge to come to that. Everybody comes in. They call every group in.
Really like the Olympics.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Absolutely. During that opening games, there's will be like Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem. There's an athlete oath, and that athlete oath says, let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. And that's things that my kids just kind of live by at this point.
Yeah.
They know what that means. They understand that. It helps them to build sportsmanship and just be good kids.
Pioneers on 3.
1, 2, 3, Pioneers.
Thank you. Okay.
Put on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Brotherhood. 1, 2, 3. Family. Thank you. Perfect. Ready to hit a grand slam for your business? Wanting to hit the buzzer beater for your company? Being a sponsor for the Pioneer Playbook for Warren First can allow you to be the real MVP of the game. Showcase your commitment and allow all of Warren County sports fans to see what your business has to offer to the community. Join the Pioneer Playbook team today to make your dreams a reality. Put us in, coach, and give us a call at 931-369-3050.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Welcome back to Pioneer Playbook, everyone. We're here at Smooth Rapids. Come and grab a bite to eat. We still have a whole day ahead of us. We're so excited. We're with the middle school basketball team. How are y'all doing? Good. So y'all finished your season. Tell me, give me a wrap up about your season.
So this is Tyra and I's first season coaching together.
Yeah.
I coached 6th grade last year, so I moved up this year, and just kind of getting to know all the girls was the start of our season, getting to know how everybody played together. And then we grew as the season progressed. Started the season, like I said, was a little rocky,
That's
but then
normal.
you grow as the season goes on.
So Tyra, how did it feel to play and be a coach and just come back and play with these girls? And
it was great. I mean, getting back on the middle school court after I used to play there was very exciting, and getting to coach these girls. I had them in AAU the summer before because I didn't know I was going to coach at the middle school. So I kind of already knew all of them.
Nice. So how did it feel for y'all to come back together, old teammates coming back together and coaching?
It was fun. I mean, we've talked for our whole life pretty much. So as soon as I got the job, I was like, I know who I'm going to call.
Yeah.
So as soon as Betsy was like, okay, you're hired. And I'm like, okay, I'll text Tyra real quick and be like,
yeah,
she's on. Yeah,
there's no brainer. Just immediately, yes.
So how did it feel for you girls? Like, how did your season feel like? Did you set goals for yourself? Give me a little about that.
Yeah, so I think we did. Like, we all really got to grow as a team, and I feel like that was a really good, moment for us. And I know we had set some goals together, but I feel like the main goal for me was just to improve and get to know my team better for next year so that I can be prepared and be ready for next year.
to have a growing season. Yeah.
Yeah, we all had a bunch of different goals that we set for ourselves because every game they would give us a new goal to have for each game. And like one of my main goals for the season was confidence.
Okay. So do you feel like you achieved that?
Yeah, I do. Especially from these coaches, they were really encouraging and just helped us have confidence for everything. So
what about you?
Like they said, just setting goals and everything. They gave us goals, and we accomplished those almost every game. And probably one of my goals was just to enjoy the last year playing at the middle school.
Yeah.
With my team.
So what goals did y'all set as a team together?
As a team, we set like the basic grow together, play hard every game, and then we would set smaller goals for each game, like 10 offensive rebounds, less than 11 turnovers, small stuff like that. But
percentage free throw wise, stuff like that.
At least 50% make free throws. And
so what did you think your strengths were as a team?
I think these girls have played together so long. They've had a rough road with coaches and stuff, which it's hard to adapt to new people. And I think we took into consideration that. And so just having them grow together and then learn our coaching style, we kind of helped them out a lot with learning all that.
So how do you feel teammate-wise? Y'all played together a while, like especially the 8th graders. How does it feel leaving these girls?
It's sad leaving them because we've played with them for so long.
Yeah.
We still have AAU though, so we get to play with them, most of them. But it's just sad because we had such a close bond with all of them. So.
Yeah. How do you feel as a 7th grader? How do you feel these 8th graders leaving? Were they good mentors for you? Like, were they role models? How did you feel about them?
Yes, I think they were really good, like, role models and stuff, and they really helped me through, like, my problems or, like, my mistakes. I feel like they were always there to, like, correct me or just give me advice. And I feel like it's going to be a big bummer losing these 8th graders because we've always been, like, so close with them. But at least, like she said, we have AAU.
What do you think you'll carry on from these 8th graders going into the next season?
I feel like I would carry on, like, their advice and stuff and just how they, like, helped us and their, like, ideas going through to help us. Like, I would just carry that on.
So you're going to be an 8th grader next year, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel about leading your team next year?
I'm really excited about it, but I'm also nervous because I just want, like, our team next year to just have, like, a good season and just all be, like, friends and stuff so that we can just grow through to have maybe even a better season this year.
Now, how have you seen these girls develop, and what are you most excited for next season and with these girls hopefully going to play the
So I coached Anna last year, 6th grade. So seeing her from 6th grade to now, she has grown a lot. She's still the same funny, goofy kid she's always been. But Izzy and Harper have grown tons this season. Confidence-wise, they both came in struggling with confidence a little bit this season. Each game, it was hit or miss. They're both 3-point shooters. Hit or miss, either way. They come in after the game and be like, I didn't make as many shots as I wanted to. But you just got to talk to them, say this, it's okay. You'll get it next time. It'll be fine. We'll practice more threes at practice, and then we'll go on from there.
Yeah. Now, going off with AAU, how do you feel like you've helped these girls develop? How have you seen them develop?
So Anna, from summer to now, she's grown a lot, and she's always the one that we go to. If there's a tough moment and we're all upset, Anna's the one to go
Hype
to.
girl.
Yeah. And Harper and Izzy, they're just really coachable. They're all three of them.
Yeah.
If they miss a shot, Izzy will look over like, what did I do wrong? And she'll immediately fix it. Harper's the same way. So they're just really coachable and they're fun to watch.
Yeah. So what does it mean to play for the Pioneers, the Lady Pioneers? Like, why do you like playing for the middle school?
It's just, I feel like it's different coming from an elementary school and then becoming a Pioneer because, like,
higher standard. Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel like, it's like a big title, but it's also like you feel like you've accomplished something by becoming a Pioneer and being able to, like, play for them. So I feel like carrying that title to, like, high school and stuff is going to be, like, a really good, like, achievement.
What are y'all looking forward to going to the high school? Are y'all nervous for tryouts? Are you excited? Do you feel ready?
I'm nervous, but I'm also excited.
Yeah. Do y'all know anyone on the high school team that you're ready, like old teammates you're excited to play for?
Yeah, some of the last year's 8th graders, I'm excited to play with them again. Yeah. And our 8th graders from 6th grade, play with them again. And it's going to be fun playing with, like, the other county teams, like the girls from there. So.
Yeah. So y'all both were on the high school team. We played together. You played college. So how are you preparing these girls to play at the next level, at high school level?
So before our season started, me and Tyra and I went and talked to Coach Turnham and asked him, what do these girls need to know when they get to you? He pretty much said footwork,
fundamentals,
basic fundamentals. Yeah. Okay, because it's
It's a different level.
It is. And sixth through 8th is kind of a bridge between elementary, because it's kind of, elementary is more of having fun and learning the sport. Yeah. And then 6th through 8th, we kind of have to push those fundamentals a little harder so that when they get to high school, they're completely ready. You don't have to reteach them. And so we kind of focused a lot on those fundamentals so that they were ready.
What was your favorite thing about this team this year?
They're always funny. Like, it's we come into their personality. Every single one of them are great. They're always there to give us a laugh. If we had a bad day at school, I remember I came in one day after school and I was like, it was awful. They all just gave me a laugh, and I was like, okay, forget what just happened. I'm having fun with them.
Yeah. What was y'all's favorite thing about this season?
I feel like, definitely how we all just all had our moments on the team, and we all just laughed together. Also, our growth, not just on the court, but also off the court. We had really good growth, and team bonding was really effective.
I like how we can goof around, but when we need to get something done, we get it done. Yeah. And we're all just really close, so it's just fun playing with just people you know and are close with.
We just have a special bond, as a team, and we just have a good bond that I'll never forget. Yeah. And we played a long time with each other and stuff.
So last thing, tell me, y'all made a run in the sectionals. How did that go? Y'all saw, I guess, a different level of competition than your regular. How did that feel?
It was great going from playing in district. You play each team twice, so you have a time to get back to winter. Anything like that. But when you get to sectionals, you play those harder schools from Murfreesboro and Nashville and stuff. And so it was a different level of competition. Girls were bigger than us. We are a smaller team, so facing those bigger girls was a big challenge. The sectional game, it was really close, and they played as hard as they could. It was potentially their last game, so they wanted to give it all they had. Yeah. And we just walked away.
How did you feel measuring up? Did you feel like you could help develop this for next year?
For sure. We will be even smaller next year.
Wow.
So getting them in shape so we can run up and down the floor, outrun teams, and I think that will be where we'll achieve next year.
And you were a smaller player. I mean, you were going up against Tyra, and so you kind of helped them probably with that. What did it feel to be a smaller team? How did you help them, especially if it's a confidence thing?
We do have, like I said, we are a smaller team, so me being a smaller post, whenever I played, I was able to help those girls that we were having to make posts because they're the tallest, like Izzy. She's tall, but she's tiny. Yeah. So she was having to play the 4, sometimes 5 position. So me also having to do that, I tried to help her as best I could, and then Tyra would help her with her trying to get her some post moves and stuff like that.
What was your go-to move?
Down low.
Yeah.
I don't really like
down low.
She's more of a 3-point.
Yeah. You're shooting guard. Do you do any up and unders? Do you drive to the basket any or?
Mainly just shooting.
Yeah.
So,
What's your go-to? Are you a point guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
How do you feel leading your team and calling out the plays and helping regroup the team together?
I feel like it's a really big part, but I feel like you kind of have control of the game, so you kind of have to control yourself so you can control your team. So I feel like it was just hard and easy at the same time, but I feel like you just have to get under control and help your teammates.
Yeah. So last thing, what's coming next? When's tryouts? When are you getting ready to start the season, and what are you looking forward to?
So tryouts, we don't have a set day. Normally it's the end of school. Yeah. So sometime in May. So these girls will be playing AAU up until then, trying to keep their bodies in shape to get ready for tryouts. We have a big group of 7th graders coming in, and I think a big group of 6th graders coming in. So, I think they'll be ready.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to? What are you excited for?
Just to do it again. We grew so much, especially the 6th and 7th graders we had this year. So I'm excited to see what it'll look like when they're 7th and 8th graders now.
Yeah. And what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to just being with my coaches again, but also getting to know our new teammates and just getting to grow even more.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. We're going to break it down and do it with everyone. What do you want to say on 3?
Lady Pioneers.
Lady Pioneers. All right, ready? Lady Pioneers on 3. 1, 2, 3, Lady Pioneers. Thank you all for coming.
Ready to hit a grand slam for your business? Wanting to hit the buzzer beater for your company? Being a sponsor for the Pioneer Playbook for Warren First can allow you to be the real MVP of the game. Showcase your commitment and allow all of Warren County sports fans to see what your business has to offer to the community. Join the Pioneer Playbook team today to make your dreams a reality. Put us in, Coach, and give us a call at 931-369-3050.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger for lunch or dinner. Get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Welcome back to Smooth Rapids to Pioneer Playbook. It's been a great day. We're so excited for more coming your way. So I'm here with Coach Paige. How are you feeling?
Very good. Season's wrapping up. We got our national athletic, Christian athletic national tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll start next week on Wednesday. We'll play Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wow.
So it's in Dayton, Tennessee.
Wow, exciting. So y'all had a great season. Tell me about your season.
Ups and downs. We were able to go back to Tampa this year for our Tampa Christmas Invitational. Played a lot of public schools too. So trying to challenge the team. We seem to always be the smallest school that we ever play. So we're trying to get out and get them out of their comfort zone a little bit and challenge them.
So tell me, did y'all set goals for yourself coming into the season, and how did you accomplish them?
The goals are always the same. Win a district championship, check. Win a state championship.
Almost.
And then win a national championship in our division. So we'll see how that works out this week.
So when you set your goals, do you do it by game, or I know you also do seasons, but do you set game by game goals?
We do. We set it's kind of based off of how the season's going, how the last game went. If there's things that we didn't do as well last game, we'll kind of set those and expectations for the next game, make sure that we're progressing towards those main goals, those season goals.
Yeah. Katie, how do you feel about the season? What was some highlights for you as a player and as a team?
This season I really growed a lot. Tim and Jeff were always there helping us, coaching us very well to the best of our ability. And I feel like we really growed as a team, getting to know each other and played to our best as we could.
Yeah. Did you set goals as a player going into the season?
Yes. I set goals to get more confident because I lacked a lot, to get better than I was the year before, and to continue working as hard as I could.
Yeah. How do you feel like you accomplished them throughout the season?
I feel like I've accomplished them pretty good.
Was it the help through your teammates, through these coaches? How did you set that? How did you achieve it?
I achieved it by helping from my coaches, them opening the gym when I asked, and them always being there telling me, hey, you need to work on this. Team really helped gaining my confidence by doing the same things as well.
So what were some highlights for this season through this team? How did you watch them grow?
They grew a lot based on just our depth this year. Our depth was we didn't have as much depth due to injury.
Yeah.
We had one of our seniors go down the first game of the season with an ACL injury.
Yeah.
So she was out for the rest of the season. Then we had a girl go down right near the tournament time for district tournaments. So we ended up playing, for instance, the state tournament. We ended up playing with 6 players. We had 2 injuries. We also had one out for sickness. The one that was actually there was sick. So and we also depend on some of our 8th graders to step in too. With us being K through 12, we play 7 through 12 is eligible to play high school. So we depend on some 8th graders to step in on the varsity. They were in the county tournament here.
Oh wow!
So we were without them as well.
Play.
So we went. We were shorthanded going in the state tournament.
But they played in the district championship, right?
Yes, they did. They played in the district championship. And so 3 out of the last 4 years we've been able to win the district, and still I don't think a lot of people don't realize that even in our conference we're still the smallest school that we play. So most schools in our conference have 300, 250 to 500.
And they're not having to play their 8th graders.
And they're not having to play their 8th grade.
Yeah.
So for them to step in, that's one of the things that I saw this season that really helped us out was the ability to play some of those younger girls and get them ready for next year.
How did you watch them develop their confidence-wise? I mean, that had to be a big change for them.
Sometimes you throw them in the lines then, and you see what happens. Some of them respond really well, and I think all of our 8th graders responded really well this year. They all got ample playing time and grew both as athletes, grew as young women.
Yeah.
So that's our main goal. That's my main goal is to make sure, number one, that they have a good experience playing high school basketball, but also grow into good, productive young women.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the 8th graders coming? Like, how are you a role model and mentor for them? Because that's a big change for them.
I feel like they're a very good group of girls. Like, being with them and teaching them how to progress and how to handle a high school ball has really been a good thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're adapting very well to us and learning a lot from us from watching.
So how is the team dynamic? How do y'all feed off of each other? Like, are there any hype women out there? Like, how do you feel?
Go ahead.
Okay. We feed off very well. One girl, she starts cheering, the whole line starts cheering. It just takes one.
Yeah.
And Katie, she's thing about her, she's a lead by example type of player. I don't think there's anybody that I've had in the gym, over the course of the last 2 years that's been in the gym as much as Katie. So she's grown both as a player and she's and the other team, the rest of the teammates are starting to realize that the work she's put in, she's
follow.
Yep. So they're following her lead.
So on the court, how is that dynamic? How do y'all feed off each other? If one person scores a 3, how does the next player come back? Do they go back on defense? Like, how is that dynamic there?
They support each other.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. I think they're happy for each other. When one person does something well, I think they're all genuinely happy for each other. I think if one person's down, they kind of pick each other up.
Yeah.
And try to take up the slack if one of them is struggling. So I think that's how we've been able to be successful over not just this year but the last couple of years.
Now, a lot of your players earn district awards and state awards. If I'm not, just tell us about that.
Well, Katie,
Yes.
Katie this year she got all tournament for state tournament. So
Congrats!
Thank you.
She was our one all state tournament this year. And then we had 2 selected for our district tournament all tournament team. And then we've had last year we had Brooke Kesey ended up with a national player. All tournament player. So
love that
at the NACA tournament. So hopefully we'll get one of those again this year.
How does it feel to see your hard work being recognized and to earn that award?
Feels really good.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Especially as a sophomore.
Yes.
So was that a goal you set for yourself?
My thing is, the harder I work, the more it's going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah. So what are some long-term goals going into your junior and senior year? Those are the most probably important years of basketball. Tell me what goals you set and what's next.
The main goal I've had my whole life is to get a college scholarship and play basketball in college.
Love that.
But for my junior year, I want to continue to grow and get better, continue to pick up my team with me, and just have a great season.
Yeah. So tell me about next season. I mean, I know we have next week to look for, but just tell me about next season. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to some more depth.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have some more depth. We have some girls coming up from middle school, so we'll have some depth there. we're really only losing one senior that played significant minutes this year. Like I said, one of our seniors got injured the first game of the season. So, from the ones that play this year, we're only losing one this year. So we'll have some experience coming back, and we'll have some girls that that are coming up from the 8th grade that'll be freshmen now. More, the experience they got from this past year will obviously help them going into next year. So it's going to be exciting to see how they adapt. Being 8th graders playing in a high school game versus being, actually high school girls playing.
Now, tell me about the AAU. How is that going to help you develop? What are you excited for AAU?
Yeah, well, it gives them an opportunity to continue playing. And that's important for them. That's important for Katie. I know Katie's actually playing on a couple of teams. She's playing with FBC Ring out of Cookville. And she's also playing on Revolution with us as well. So it gives them an opportunity to continue playing. Instead of playing video games or playing whatever, it gives them a chance. Gives them a chance to stay in shape, continue working on their skill set, and be more prepared for next year to again get back to that goal: district championship, state championship, national championship.
So, what are you looking forward to with AAU and with next season?
I'm looking forward to just staying and playing. I love playing basketball. I love staying in the gym. I live and breathe it every day. Every day I'm in the gym constantly, and I'm just looking forward to getting better and learning outside what is with AAU.
Yeah. Have you ever played AAU before?
Yes, this is going on I've been playing since middle school, so this about 7-8 years now.
So you're familiar with it and all that. So you have some multi-sport athletes. We were talking before we went live. What does it mean to be a multi-sport athlete for Boyd, and how has that helped you as a basketball program?
Well, you need multi-sport athletes.
Yes.
We've got about 160, 170 students combined kindergarten through 12. So if you're going to have soccer, if you're going to have next year we're going to have flag football, girls flag football. So if you're going to have those sports, we had wrestling this year. So so to be able to have those sports, you're going to have kids that play multiple sports. Otherwise, you're just not going to have enough kids that play.
Yeah.
So
how has that helped y'all as a basketball program?
It's helped us because they come back in better shape.
Yeah.
so that's always helps. You have to be able to maintain the pace of the game. And these girls do that just because they play volleyball in the fall.
Yep.
They'll play soccer in the spring. So for us, it's co-ed soccer.
Okay.
So they play, and that's kind of helped them as well. The girls play with guys, so
more physically tough.
More physical. So they learn. They get to say, well, I play with guys. I can play with these girls.
Yeah.
So
going off, you are the athletic director of Boyd too. So let's talk about just how you've seen the athletics of Boyd too.
Yeah, where we started out, when I got there in 2020, we had volleyball. We had basketball from elementary on up to high school.
Yeah.
But that was our two primary sports.
Yeah.
And then we had a cross country. But it was small.
Yeah.
I think we had middle school and high school at the time. We've developed that into where we have elementary. We have cross country all the way down to like first and second graders.
Wow.
And then we have volleyball. We have wrestling now. High school wrestling, middle school wrestling. We have all the basketball teams still. The spring we have co-ed soccer. We have tennis, middle school, high school tennis, boys, girls. Next year, we're looking at the possibility of having middle school baseball.
Wow.
We'll have high school flag football. And then, on the horizon, depending on enrollment and how that goes, looking at the possibility of having football. In our conference, it's 8-person football. So
that would be major.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So how have you seen athletics, not just with the teams, but how have you seen their success grow throughout your time there?
Well, really one thing you can look back on is the elementary teams in the basketball, because that's really what we can go back and look at historically, because that's the sport we've had the longest.
Yes.
So you can look, when I got there, I think it'd been, 5 years or so since our middle school team had even won a game.
Yeah.
Period. Boys or girls. So this year, we were able to put some wins together. In our elementary league, our boys won our division this year and finished second in countywide. So then our girls, I think the girls finished third, in the season in the tournament. So starting to see some success at the younger age, because we're looking at developing those kids at the younger age. I know I talked with the coach, the boys coach, this year, and he said he was looking at about 18 kids trying out for elementary school basketball next year.
Wow, that's great.
So that's it's good for the future anyway.
Yeah. So we like to talk about young athletes, growing them into the high school level. Why do you think that's important?
Well, we want at Boyd anyway. We want to give the same type of experience that you get anywhere else.
Yeah.
And being able to be competitive in high school is one of those things.
Yeah.
You know, being able to give kids an option to play college basketball, college baseball, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
We want to be able to provide that beginning, that foundation for them to be able to do it. I know the girls. We've got one playing. I think she may be even playing today. Paige Sweeten. She's playing for Montlow.
Yeah.
We just had Tyra's sister.
Yes, Leah.
Yep,
I used to
Leah,
play with her.
Yep, Leah. Went on to Water State, Lone State to Water State, and so I've had, and then I had one girl play for Maryville.
Okay.
So we've had 3 girls out the last 3 years that went on and played college basketball. So we just want to make sure that they have the same opportunity as they get anywhere else.
How do you feel being a part of the Warren County athletic community?
Yeah, I think it's some things that sometimes don't get
Recognized,
noticed or even that they think we represent Warren County too. If I'm not mistaken, our school address is 806 Morrison Street, Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So that's in Warren County.
Yeah.
So we like to know that we represent Warren County as well.
Yeah.
And when we go out of town, people ask us where we're from, and we say Memphis, Tennessee. Well, where's that? It's Warren County.
Yeah.
So no matter where we go, whether it be Tampa, Florida, or Nashville, Tennessee, most of the teams we play are in Nashville or Franklin, Murfreesboro. So they recognize now that that we're part of Warren County as well.
Yeah. What do you want the Warren County community to know? Anything you want to say to them about being involved with you guys?
We've the last few years we've been involved with the what's it called, it's the basketball yeah. And so we've been involved with that. We get out in the community and do things with the community, and that's been awesome. I think that's kind of got us, kind of involved with the local community, and that's really what we want to do as well. We encourage our girls to get involved in the community, volunteer, do things outside of basketball and outside of sports.
Well, we're so glad to have you on Warren First. You are part of the Warren County community. We want to highlight you guys. Anything you want to say or add?
That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's go for a great season.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. We're going to break it down and do everybody what do you want to say on 3?
Lady Broncos.
Yeah.
Lady Broncos on 3.
1, 2, 3, Lady Broncos.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned here at Smooth Rapids, guys. We're going to have the Pioneerettes on next. Stay tuned for our sponsors. Ready to hit a grand slam for your business? Wanting to hit the buzzer beater for your company? Being a sponsor for the Pioneer Playbook for Warren First can allow you to be the real MVP of the game. Showcase your commitment and allow all of Warren County sports fans to see what your business has to offer to the community. Join the Pioneer Playbook team today to make your dreams a reality. Put us in, coach, and give us a call at 931-369-3050.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee is always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger for lunch or dinner. Get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Your plate. That's what.
Welcome back to Pioneer Playbook. We're still live here at Smooth Rapids. We're so excited. We've had some great programs, but now we have an even better program here. We're here with the Pioneerettes. How are you guys? How are y'all feeling?
They're nervous.
They're nervous.
You would not think that they are, but they are.
They tell me that it's different being being on like a mat and dancing versus talking. They said we don't talk, but y'all dance. So y'all are lovely, y'all are beautiful. Don't need to be nervous. Just block everybody out. We're not live. Just talk. So how did you do this season? Give me a little wrap up about nationals.
This was a great season. We started back in April of last year working as two teams for the first time in a long time. Had a varsity and a JV. We went to camp in Gatlinburg, come home with first place wins on both teams for their home routine and superior trophies for both teams for their memorization of the routines that they learned at camp. Then fast forward to August, they got a few extra weeks off this summer. Fast forward to August, started learning our competition routines. This year, our competition routines were all choreographed by one of your classmates, Kataya Shockley from Warren County, who's a former player. Thank you. And Neverella, and she's actually dancing at the men's basketball game today. So hotty toddy, go Refs. Yeah. They're currently winning by 1. But she choreographed all 6 of our routines for us. We learned 4 of the routines in August and started perfecting those. Our varsity went to TWSAA state competition in November, brought home a state title in small varsity game day at state, and second place in Palm. And so that was a huge accomplishment because in the state of Tennessee, winning state in Tennessee is such a massive compliment because a lot of really strong teams come from Tennessee. Yeah. We beat some defending champions and placed higher, was barely behind some other national champions. So we were excited about that. Fast forward to on through December, our JV started really focusing and honing in. They went to competition in Alabaster, Alabama on January 25th, 2 weeks before we went. Brought home regional champions in JV game day and first runner up in JV Palm. So super excited about that. Got some great feedback from both competitions. In that span of time, our varsity learned their jazz and their hip hop routines. Yeah. And so they had to fast forward getting those ready. Nationals was a month earlier this year than normal. So we had to fast forward getting those 2 routines learned. Yeah. But, they've done great. 2 weeks ago, we spent the weekend together. Started on Friday, actually started on Thursday. These kids were absolute troopers. We met in the lobby of our hotel at 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. Went to mat practiced on the mat. We had 20 minutes on our practice mat for each team. Oh, wow. And so when you have 6 routines, that's really hard. Yeah. That's with varsity, that was 5 minutes per routine. And with JV, it was 10 minutes per routine. And actually, then when we got there, they cut it to 15 minutes on the real practice mat. So it was really a scary task because we only had 5 minutes per routine. And I'm guessing the mat was the actual dance. The mat is the actual dance Marley mat. In McMinnville, we do not have any facility that has Marley. Yeah. And so when we compete in Florida, it's a Marley floor, which if you ask these babies, some of them say that it's a lot easier to turn on. Some of them say it's a lot harder to turn on. So their first experience with Marley is at nationals. Oh, wow. So we're getting some bids to try to get at least a couple of strips of Marley so we can lay it down the auditorium. And that takes that anxiety away from them because it is anxious to go on a floor that you've never performed on before. But they did the mat practice, and then thank goodness we had all of our parents there. We drove about 30 minutes, I guess, maybe 30 minutes, took them to a local dance studio and rented a dance studio for 3 hours and practiced on their Marley for another 3 hours. So Thursday was spent pretty much practice, and then got up Friday morning, started early. We got up, at 6 o'clock? They were excited though. 6 o'clock is late for us. You know, usually I'm making them get out of bed about 4. 6 o'clock was late for us.
Sleep in a little bit.
And JV competed in their game day on Friday, and varsity competed in their Palm Jazz and Hip Hop on Friday.
Wow.
So we competed 4 times on Friday, and that was stressful. A lot of times the varsity coaches and the JV coaches aren't the same, but here we are. Miss Jennifer, Gribble, Katane, and myself, we coach both teams.
Yeah.
Because we're a family. You know, it doesn't matter varsity, JV. We're all still one. And they competed 4 times on Friday, so we were running around like crazy people. And then on Saturday, we advanced. My JV babies advanced straight to finals on Sunday in their game day. And so varsity advanced into the semifinals of the 3 that they competed in.
Yeah.
And so that meant we competed 5 times on Saturday. And we had a little bit of
change, outfit change, everything.
Yes. We had a little bit of conflict on Saturday. We had to run with, like, varsity had to do one of their routines, and then that was Sunday, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was Sunday. We were running. It was 2 different ballrooms going on. We were running around. We performed 13 times in 3 days. And so it was crazy, but they were flawless. And, you know, in the paper yesterday, in the newspaper yesterday, I said if there was one thing I hope they put in the paper, I hope that it was this. You know, I always ask them at the end of every dance, are you happy with yourself?
Yeah.
If you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter to me. If you've left everything on that floor, then that's all that matters to me. A trophy is a trophy. Nobody's going to remember that trophy. You know, I remember that, you know, when I won nationals, I remember when I coached a winning nationals team, I remember my state titles. Most people don't even remember how many state titles and national titles Pinerets have.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I was so proud of was the lady who did the music. We were in the Orange Ballroom, I think, 8 times, or Orlando Ballroom 8 times, and the other ballroom like 5 times.
Oh, wow.
So you get to know the people who are working. And the music lady, when we come off the floor in finals for one of the dances on Sunday night, she brought me all 3 of my phones, because I take all 3 of my phones, and they're all sitting there with fobs sitting in the end of them, ready for me to plug it in if something doesn't work. And I said, my number one thing was, that woman said, y'all were one of my favorites. And I kind of looked funny. And she said, because you would never know who those kids are, that they weren't all on that same team. She said they are locked in that whole time. And I started crying. I was so proud, because that's what it's about. You know, at the end of the day, you can win so many things, but at the end of the day, it's about how you feel coming off that floor. And if you've done what you need to do, then that's all that matters. You know, for those 5 people, that's not their opinion, but in a way it is. It's a score. And so they are miraculous young ladies. They are some of the most talented, humble, and kind girls I've ever met. And I'm just blessed and honored to have a small part of their lives.
Yes. How did y'all feel coming off of that mat, and how did y'all feel like when you competed? Do you feel like you gave it your all?
I mean, yes.
Yeah. How did it feel to come off and go and do the next routine? Walk me through that. I was not a dancer, so walk me through preparing for the next, like shaking it off and going on and remembering the next dance. How does that feel?
I mean, you just have to move on no matter what you did. You just have to move on and think about your next routine.
Yeah. How do y'all memorize all of these dances? That's what I want to know. How do you memorize them? You watch videos? Like, tell me how you prepare for that.
We just practice like every day.
Yeah. And just run it through your head, all of that. How has Coach Shockley helped you remember, like just gave you the confidence to remember these dances?
I think she always pushes us to do like the best that we can.
Yeah. So you had the middle school team helping cheer you on. How did that feel to have the middle school team cheering you on?
It's great. We did not get to go to all of theirs because unfortunately we did have a conflict on varsity and JV, so they did have to move us twice.
Oh, wow.
And so one of the times before we even went, it was a conflict between our varsity game day and our junior varsity prom. So we had got that fixed before we left, but when we got down there and 4 of the 6 routines advanced to finals, we had JV Palm and varsity game day going within like 3 minutes of each other.
Oh, wow.
And when I first submitted the request for change of placement, they were like, do you have any crossover dancers? And I was like, no, but I have crossover coaches.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, typically we don't change because of coach. And I was like, well, there's not going to be anybody there to play their music if not.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to be there as a unit. We got to go to, I think, 2 or 3 of theirs.
Oh, wow.
And I think they got to come to 2 or 3 of ours.
Yeah.
But they were varsity worked really well with us, and they moved varsity up in the lineup in the medium game day. So, and our JV babies were sitting there, and when game day is so much different because it doesn't have the technical skills,
Yeah,
the part that
it's more
the
interactive.
palm, it's more interactive. It's what we actually do at Nunley Stadium on
Yeah.
Friday night. So, we love game day. But so varsity was backstage warming up for game day. And so you get 7 minutes like on a turn mat and then 7 minutes on like the full floor.
Yeah.
And so when we got back there, we were like, I was like, okay, babies, as soon as varsity comes off the floor, don't even stop. Y'all go right out that door. Katrina and I'll be right behind y'all. And so like, we were like mad, crazy people running. And then like, we had even told the people working the door, like, we're going to come through, and they're like, we'll have this door open for y'all. Y'all just run right in, because they were going to miss their turn that time.
I know.
And so varsity was like, okay, so this is like game day. We do a double. If we can't do a double, we're okay. So varsity let JV have their 7-minute turn time. Well, then when we got over to the other ballroom, as we were running through the crowd like mad banshees, and I was screaming, move, move, move. They literally had the door open for us. We ran through the door, and they're like, we're a little bit ahead, so we saved your mat time. So we got a little extra time for Palm on the mat for JV, but we were excited about that.
Yeah.
But it's great to just have that family that you didn't know that you needed, that you found through something like dance.
Being some of y'all are freshmen, how did it feel watching some of your old teammates compete and do so well and having the support from them?
Go ahead.
Were some of them your best friends? You're a freshman, you had to go from the middle school to the high school. How did it feel like?
Is it a different world going from middle school to high school?
Yeah. Like skill level, like what does it take to go from that level? Turn wise, aerial wise, trick wise. How does it feel to go at the next level?
There's so many words here. I promise they're never this quiet. It is a major difference from we go to middle school to JV to varsity.
And this was y'all's first time competing
in
JV, right?
Yes, I've never coached JV, so
yeah.
And Katania's never choreographed, which of course Katania only choreographed 2 routines last year, and I watched her have multiple panic attacks, and every time, like, it's nice because they send you your score sheets like 20 minutes after you perform.
Oh, well.
So you know what your score is, but you don't know where you rank yet. Mm-hmm. And so every time they would send those score sheets, like she would be in the hotel room and she'd be going, okay, if we make it to the next round, this is changing and this is changing and this is changing. And we found like hallway space, and we would be out there, and they would change so much, and they took it like troopers. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing about as you move up into just what you have to do on that floor. The things that you have to do, you don't have to do as middle school, you have to do as a JV. The things you don't have to do as a JV, you have to do as a varsity.
Yeah.
And it just, the technical level and the difficulty of it just changes dramatically from point A to point B to point C.
So what are y'all most looking forward to with next season? I know we have camps, and then you said tryouts in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
What are you most looking forward to?
Getting to compete again.
Yes.
Like getting to do it again.
Do you already have goals set for yourself for the next competition season and going out there and competing as sophomores, as juniors?
No, don't say that. That can't be juniors. They're still my babies.
It's going to happen.
I know it.
It's going to happen. So how do y'all feel competing and doing possibly more routines? Because varsity does more routines.
Varsity does. And,
more dances to memorize.
More dances to memorize. They do really good. And I think the one thing that I'm looking forward to is just seeing where the next year takes us.
Yeah.
We have stepped back, reevaluated, watching all the finals dances.
Yeah.
We, Katania's already making notes about what routine she wants to do next year. We've already started talking about music selections and when they're going to learn their routines. And hopefully Katania will be a little bit closer back home next year because she had to coach us through a cell phone sometimes.
Yes.
We would just put my phone up in front of the speaker, and there she was on FaceTime, and she was cleaning stuff right and left. And so maybe they'll have her in person a little bit more this year. So we kind of hope for that. But it's just been nice. And it was nice having her there to help us make those changes because Penny would have just been like, okay, the judges said we need to change this. So yeah. So it was nice to have her there. What do we do? So it was nice to have her there. But, I can't say enough good things about these babies. These are my babies. Mine are grown now. So I'm so glad that I get to share the time with these wonderful kids and their parents because they let me take a small part of their life.
How does it feel being coached by Katana, by a college dancer, a former Pinerette? How does it feel to you guys? Do you look up to that? Do y'all want to do that one day? How do you feel?
Well, I would say that she can relate to us the most because she is close to our age. So it really does help, and she understands a lot too.
Yeah. Is that something y'all want to do? Do y'all want to dance at the next level? Does that give you hope that you can do that being a Pinerette? 'Cause Pinerettes have success going way back before even Contagion. So
yes.
How does it feel to be a Pinerette and being held at that standard?
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
For sure. I would say that. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, say to Warren County, to the fans, to anything about how you did this season or anything?
Thank you. We want to thank everybody for your support. Getting to Florida is such it's a full effort.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting here going, Warren, I say this a lot. It's so you can do all kinds of things, but until you wear Warren County or Pioneers across your chest, it's all about representing who we are. And, these kids aren't just representing. I said this to one of them before, but they're all sitting here going, no, you say it. When we go to a competition, we are Warren County High School. There's not another high school in our community. Well, Warren Connect. But as far as another public high school, there's not another public or Warren school.
Yeah.
The high school in our. So when they go to competition, they're not just representing their school. They're representing Warren County, everybody. And you all would be so amazed at how well these kids represented. They're just, like I said, I couldn't ask for a better set of people to have gone to Florida with and do everything that they did.
So tell us about your camp. How can we see you guys shine again? How can you help younger athletes through your camp? Tell us about your camp.
Well, camp is coming up week after next, March 10th through the 13th. We'll be going to schools this week. We're visiting all but 2 of the schools on Tuesday and Thursday of this coming week. And they're going to be giving out flyers and information. There's a Facebook page for it. It's at Warren County High School. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 3 to 5:45, or 3:15 to 5:45. And then Thursday is 3:15 to 6:30. It's for grades pre-K through 11. And it's $25, all inclusive, t-shirt, the music, the instruction. We get to have some really good times. We're talking about let's dance and run the world, because dance is a universal language. Everybody is welcome. And then we'll have tryouts Friday night, Saturday morning. We haven't decided yet. Depends on when we can get the gym and the girls don't have a panic attack. They really work hard, and it's hard when you get out there. They are nervous because it's hard to sit in front. One of them was staying back here a minute ago and was saying funny, and she said, "I didn't make it that far in the pageant. I bowed out first." Okay. It's hard to stand up here because you're up here by yourself or with just a few people. When you're out there on that stage, you're with 10, 11, 12 of your best friends.
Yeah.
And they have your back. And they know you have their back.
And the coaches too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I made my Instagram debut and I'm still on the NDA webpage. So I was like, oh no, please. I'm Instagram. Yeah, I made it to Instagram finally. But, you're out there with the people that you spend the most time with. And so it's just wonderful to have that. But when you go to do tryouts, it's just 1 or 2 of you out there together.
Yeah.
And there's these 3 people sitting in front of you.
Writing things down,
looking at you. Sometimes they smile, sometimes they don't. And then I'm behind them going,
cheering them on,
trying to get them to smile because they don't realize how nervous they are and how it projects.
But, is it worse than this right now?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No. They get up and they look at me and I'm like, and they go, and I'm like, and I'm like, don't communicate negativity. So they're great though. We just have to smile. And like Bella said it so well. You have to just go on. You might have messed up, but you have another job to do.
Yeah.
And so you just have to look forward. You can't look back. What's meant to happen on that floor is going to happen.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do to fix that. But if you just put your blinders on and keep moving forward, like Bella said, that's what you've got to do. Yeah. I tell them all the time, it's not the mistake it's the reaction to the mistake.
Yeah.
We had mistakes on the Nationals floor.
But
you keep going midway through. Don't laugh. I wasn't talking about you until you started laughing. I was like, why is she laughing? I mean, Harley had something happen to her that she's never had happen before on the floor. Never had happened before on the floor. And she come off the stage and she was devastated, but it wasn't the action.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have known that she messed up because she just kept moving.
You forgot about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I come off the floor, I was like, honey, it's okay. You kept going.
Yeah.
So you've got to just keep pushing forward. And I hope that's a life lesson that they sometimes take from this is we just have to keep moving forward. We can't change the past, but we can learn from those mistakes and move forward. So
going off with our middle school, because they were on last week, if you watched, how do you feel about some of those 8th graders coming onto the team? Are you excited?
We're always excited. I'm always excited about the new team coming in and the new people we're going to get to work with and the new family we get to mesh. It's not fair. I do only get this set of kids together for 12 months.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad that I have to say goodbye to them, and you get attached to them. And it's not just like in dance, like I'll come in my office and they kind of laugh about it, but I'll come in my office and there'll be a Post-it note on my doorknob or a Post-it note on my computer screen or a Post-it note. We're mad because you weren't in here. Have a great day, and it's just a relationship you build outside too.
Yeah.
Like I'm their biggest fan. I tell them all the time, I'll step in front of a bus for them, There's only 2 other people in the world I would do that for, and those are my own personal kids. So, I love them. They're my babies. They're my sunshine.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming on. It's been great. So proud of you guys, and look, as much you just came off, we're looking forward to next thing y'all got going on. So we're so proud of you guys, and best of luck next season.
Thank you for having us so much. We appreciate it.
Do y'all want to break it down? I break it down with everybody.
What do we say? It's on 3.
All right, ready? It's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys for joining us this Pioneer Playbook. Best of luck to our boys basketball team tonight as they go and compete at Franklin.
Go Pioneers!
Yes, go Pioneers. Making their regional run, so shout out to the guys. Best of luck to them, and stay tuned for our next show. It is March 1st, so we have March Madness coming up. We're so excited for everything, but have a great day, Warren County, and as always, keep it first.